You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again. Get away from the bad guy.
One game, one desire, one flame, one bonfire, let it burn higher. I never show signs of fatigue or turn tired, cause I'm the definition of tragedy turned triumph. It's David and Goliath, I made it to the eye of the storm, feeling torn like they fed me to the lions. Before my time start to wind down like the Mayans, I show them how I got to grind down like a science. It sounds like a riot on hush, it's so quiet, the only thing I hear is my heart. I'm inspired by the challenge that I find myself standing eye to eye with, the move like a wise warrior and not a coward.
What's going on, guys? Still the bad guy here. Welcome back to my channel, Still the Bad Guy Gaming. I was contemplating on whether I was gonna get on tonight or not. Unfortunately, I didn't get on my usual time, so I had other stuff going on, so I decided I probably wasn't gonna stream, probably was, but I decided to go ahead and get on, so I'm probably gonna only be on here for the remainder of however long the champion mode lasts. I can't remember exactly how long the storyline is. I left off with Andre getting out of prison and switching over to heavyweight. Don't know exactly how long that is, but I'm gonna try to stay up tonight and finish that, and then I'm probably eat it for the stream. And the next time, sorry if I don't sound too enthused. I'm a little tired. Kind of frustrating day today, or should I say yesterday's out to 12. Where I'm at, yeah, a little frustrated. Weekend starting out, I was expecting the package to be delivered Saturday, and I got the email saying that my package was delivered, but come to find out, the carrier put my package on somebody else's porch, and my second package is still missing basically, and I gotta wait till Monday to find out exactly where it is. Cause my first thought was somebody, came and took my box off my darn porch, which of course that never happened before.
I heard you beat up one of my heavyweights.
Nowadays people don't have no kind of morals or
look, I'm sorry.
About
all right, we were sparring. I didn't want to.
Mason Brooks is an asshole. He needed that beat down.
I'm a little
like
down, but
already.
I'll be alright.
In that case, I'm happy to Mason become a better person.
I just want some ounces. Hopefully
Mason's a ranked heavyweight.
It wasn't
delivered,
and maybe it was a computer error. That's what I'm hoping.
You're still in great shape, Andre.
But We'll see come Monday.
I can get you work as a sparring
We stop
partner.
rambling on about
serious?
that. Y'all don't want to hear about that kind of issue.
Antoine
So
Barr's camp starts
let's
in
get
2
into
weeks.
this Fight Night Champion. I'm sorry, y'all. Double check some. Make sure everything. Those two. I think everything good. Wanna make sure I had everything good running. Okay. With this guy, I just gotta go to the body. Like I barely tapped them. Oh shit, I'm running out of time, y'all. I failed. Oh, I forgot it's just round 1. I forgot. I don't know why I was at round 3 already. Shit. I did not try to do that. Fuck. That shit just slipped. I don't know what happened. I wasn't trying to do that. For some reason, I'm having trouble aiming for the body. Got him. Get off me, get off me. was a direct hit right there. Damn. Trying to make me hit him upstairs. Shit! Oh boy. I wish I was doing that last night. Now I'm fighting them other people. Something wrong with my control because it ain't leaning for some reason. I was hitting the button to go down to the body when like it went responding. Knocking him out again. I'm trying to go for the body. If I soften them up a little bit.
See
I
me?
know that was the second time.
Have a seat.
Look at me.
You sparred with 2 heavyweights, and you whipped both their asses. Andre, you could make a comeback.
And how am I gonna do that?
With my help? I still want to be your manager, Andre.
How would your father feel about that?
I no longer work for DL. We have philosophical differences. But I can get you a license, and I can get you a fight. If you want to fight.
Of course he wants to fight. It's in his blood.
Gus!
I'm coming out of retirement too, kid.
Told you I'd change his mind.
Jailhouse boxing makes you tough, but it ain't professional. You know that, kid. You're a heavyweight now. Heavyweight is a different world than middleweight.
Oh, damn.
I don't want you
forgot,
to
he
embarrass
jumped from
yourself,
middleweight
so
to
look, we're gonna
heavyweight.
start with a couple of low-key fights in Mexico. These guys are durable, and they will be coming to fight.
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the Mexico City Plaza here in Mexico City for a much-anticipated main event. 6 rounds of heavyweight action. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Here we go, round number 1, scheduled for 6. Well, this could come down to the disposition of each fighter. Chavez's chances could depend on how he does playing that role of ultimate underdog and how his opponent does of playing the role of heavy favorite.
Yeah, well, what he hopes right now is that his opponent takes him for granted, overlooks him a little bit. But as the underdog, that's the benefit. You're not overlooking anybody.
Comes across with a hook up top.
I hate when they block like
We are
that for some
underway
reason.
here, and we've heard from everybody that speed is going to be the big factor. Bishop's got it. Plenty of it.
Yeah, now it's up to his opponent to come up with something. Maybe go to the body, take it away, slow him down.
Little double jab to the head. And just looking to chop down his opponent. A forceful hook to the head by Chavez. Halfway through this round here. Chavez is on the wrong end of a razor-sharp hook. A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. Now you know why a lot of folks like this heavyweight version of Andre Bishop. Look at what he can do with that left hand. That's a razor-sharp uppercut by Andre Bishop. The way these two are going at it early on, they're going to break the punch stat computer.
Well, they're trying to break more than that. They're trying to break each other's will.
That's a good job by Bishop offensively. Landing his combinations is a key to victory tonight. Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Andre Bishop.
For some reason, I'm fighting a whole lot better than I did the night before. Actually mixing my combos up and actually landing shot, but then too, it's a more easier fight, so they're just trying to get me all cocky and stuff before they throw in the heavy guns.
But you gotta win these early rounds for it. You're not
It's
just
just a
shooting your
one more
jab.
fight.
Move your head and pump that jab. Just like we worked on, man.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Chavez is impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. Nice work to the midsection with the left. And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. Bishop's combination punching is working well here. Chavez is now feeling the after effects of being rocked by a huge hook to the head. Really solid left hand by Andre Bishop. That's exactly what his corner wants him to do. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Andre Bishop so dangerous with that accuracy and two-punch combination landing. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Good right hand. You see what happens when he commits to the uppercut. Look at that. Great work there. Chavez is doing well here with that two-punch combination. A well-placed left hand up top. Final 10 seconds.
I felt that one.
You can't just move around. You gotta move your hands in there. Let's go. All right, listen. You need to create more counters, okay? Slip his punch, then throw a straight right down the middle.
Breathe now. Breathe through your lungs. That's it. That was me. No. Let's keep throwing the jab and set up the right, okay? 1, 2, 1.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Bishop's winning the fight to me based on his overall speed. He's just a faster, quicker fighter, and it's making it so that he's able to employ his ways and get the best of his opponent.
Oh, he has that physical asset, no doubt about it. You can see it. But he has to be careful that he doesn't get carried away. He doesn't get reckless with that speed.
And he's really doing a nice job of hitting the mark with the jab.
And that's exactly what he needs. And it's not hard to hit the mark when the mark's coming at you. The right choice of a punch.
I think Bishop scored really well there. He just damaged his opponent with that power shot upstairs. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. And Bishop is stunned. He just took a huge punch. Chavez's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. A crushing blow up top.
I don't know if he has enough time to recover.
What guts by Andre Bishop to survive that and now to move on. Chavez is putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Able to lock in that target and bring it home well.
1 or 2 more of those, it'll be the end of the night.
So Andre Bishop willing to throw the punch, but not doing what it takes to land the punch. That was a bad miss. Chavez's inability to get away from his opponent's right hand is costing him.
He continues to pull straight back.
He returned fire right there, and it... Oh, a big shot comes home for him. He just went down. The in-fighter went out, and
Yeah, I like how I set that up.
Hey, it's okay to go out, but go out the side door. He went out the front door, and as you said, maybe he's paying the ultimate price.
It's okay. It's okay.
Gus Carisi really pounds it into the head of Andre Bishop. That good skill, good technique will get you the results. It got them a knockdown in that last round.
And it got my attention. I'm impressed because I'm not surprised he has power that he scored a knockout, but I love the way he did it with short punches, really smart.
Move out. We got it. Move, move, move.
Here we go with the 4th round. Andre Bishop's dominance in the first half of his fights was pronounced. Now, as this round begins, a new task for him. Finish up the second half of this fight just as strong.
Yeah, that's a good point, Joe. His enemy is not only the guy in front of him, but It's being that he's got such a lead. You know, his enemy is having such great success so far. Does it get him a little bit into a lull? If he gets into a lull now, he could blow that first half of the fight what he's done so well.
Get in there.
Chavez is hurt by that. Oh, he's hurt right there. He is hurt. You know, his opponent's doing a good job of just being patient now and looking for that one good shot.
Well, you know the...
Wow. Once again, he goes down. Can he survive
Nah,
this?
he ain't getting off from that one. That was too flush. I put everything in that one. Yeah. Yeah, that one was too flush. I put everything in there, elbow and all.
Brian Kenny back here on Friday Night Fights. Big pay-per-view this past weekend. Isaac Frost defending his heavyweight title again, stopping Reggie Stewart in 2 rounds for his 14th successful title defense. Promoter D.L. McQueen has begun touting Frost as one of, if not the greatest champions of all time. That seems a bit premature, but there's no arguing with Frost's record. Undefeated, all his wins coming by knockout. Quite a feat. In other news, can former middleweight contender Andre Bishop make a comeback after spending more than 5 years in prison? And can he do it as a heavyweight? It's one of the more fascinating stories in sports. We'll, of course, have the latest for you here on Friday Night Fights.
The Mexico City Plaza here in Mexico City is home to our boxing card tonight, and it's headlined by a heavyweight clash. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas with you ringside. This is just the second fight at heavyweight for the former middleweight prospect, the American Andre Bishop. Tonight, Bishop will face Raul Castillo. So round 1 is underway between Bishop and Castillo. We'll give you something to look for, at least what we've been hearing out of the Bishop camp, is that they're very conscious of the body punching of Castillo. So look for Bishop to try to defend that well.
Hey, gotta see that come in. Let's go.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Targeting a left hand to the body. The trainer of Andre Bishop was talking about the fact that, hey, this is a different beast fighting in the heavyweight division. He wants him to block some of these big blows. And an excellent uppercut by Andre Bishop. I like the angle that Andre Bishop just gave us right there. His opponent didn't like the result. He just ate an uppercut. Teddy, I assume many times in your career, you were instructing a fighter that was going to face a fighter who just had the longer reach, flat out had it. What did you tell him? What did you try to cement in his head leading up to that fight?
You know, sometimes you get caught up when you're fighting a fighter with those great, outstanding physical attributes like tallness and height, reach advantage. You start to think that only one way is the way to go. You got to force yourself to work your way in. I remind myself and I remind my fighter that you can step out and make the taller man give up his height. Walk him into traps.
Andre Bishop has to be concerned with how he'll fare in the later stages of this fight, considering how many body shots he's taken here. And oh, what a good, strong uppercut by Andre Bishop. Taking away a body shot with the right hand. Red-hot action to open up this fight. Both men throwing, both men landing.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like this. I think it was in a film library, watching Hammer and Hank. The great Henry Armstrong never took a step backwards, kept going forward.
And we come to the end of the round.
One punch. You're throwing the uppercut, another punch. He steps inside, uppercut, hook, up.
You know what I need you to do? I need you to relax. I need you.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway.
Who's dead?
Nice work, the left hand to the head. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Andre Bishop. He got all into that one. That was a solid uppercut.
Get back,
Supposed to be
get too
fighting, but
close.
instead he's hugging. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Just an excessive amount of holding here. Just much too much clinching.
That's it.
Damn.
Halfway through round number 2. Castillo's done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. And now he's targeting upstairs. A solid, true uppercut by Andre Bishop. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch.
Use the ring. Use the ring.
Good shot to the head with that right hand. I like the way he went up top that time with the hook. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Quick snapping hook and it does damage.
He's timing you coming in. He's timing you with that uppercut. I need you to move in with the jab.
Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight. Turns over that hook upstairs. Andre Bishop's got a real acquired skill here, and that is the ability to pick your shots and land them.
So you hear the saying when people say, do you know what time it is? You have to know what time it is. He knows what time it is. He knows when to throw a certain punch.
And it's a left hand. The other day when we were talking to Andre Bishop, he said to have success in this fight, I have to land combinations. He landed a good one there. You can actually see how heavy Bishop is breathing right now. He's desperate to get some air into those lungs.
He better close that mouth before he's desperate to get his jaw wide.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Bishop's is being smart on the outside.
Oh, okay, I'm like that.
Good job on the two-punch combo by Andre Bishop. Raul Castillo's hurt by a big shot. A razor-sharp hook to the head by Andre Bishop. Andre Bishop showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Eddie, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
A leveling uppercut by Andre Bishop.
Damn, I missed that one again. Yeah, you about to get knocked out.
And this round comes to an end.
Keep him off you with the jab, okay? We got it. Keep pumping the jab.
You ain't got too much love for him.
All right, breathe, deep breath, get some water. You're good. You're okay. Breathe for a minute. Now listen, you threw a wide punch and he caught you. Tight.
Here we go with the 4th round. Bishop's corner has to be pleased with everything they've seen so far tonight. Consensus ringside is that this is a one-sided fight, that he's in complete control on the scorecards.
Yeah, well, he's having his way, and it's not going to change unless he gets a little cocky here. If he starts looking for maybe one shot instead of putting them together the way he's doing, maybe it allows his opponent to have a little bit of hope, a little ray of hope, get back in this fight.
Oh, that's good stuff. Fire it right back with one of his own. Good work by Raul Castillo. Not much action as he just ties up.
Okay, what's going on with this hugging shit?
Castillo's probably wishing he had you in the corner right now, Teddy, because I know you're very quick to give adjustment of advice, to know.
Man, that's some bullshit. He hugged me, and it made my stamina down go down.
Specific style. His style was that of an
Cause he
infight.
ain't been hitting me that much in the damn body.
You know, I wouldn't even talk to him about, hey, you got to bring your feet, you got to walk in, you got to take steps, you got to come behind your jab. He knows that already. I would just ask him one point-blank question. Do you want to be on the inside? Because you're acting like you don't. So when this fight is over, don't tell me that you couldn't get inside. Just tell me you didn't want to win the fight at all.
It's some old cheap shit they doing. My stomach won't even go back up. The fuck?
Up top with the right hand. Scores up top with the left. Nice strike after catching one by Castillo. They both decide to bring it. 10 seconds to go in this round. Teddy, I'll tell you what I like out of that round from Andre Bishop. It's a building block. He has a lot to look forward to the rest of this fight now.
Yeah, it's confidence, gives him a little momentum, and it also shows you his amateur background. I mean, he showed you that he can do things inside and outside. Hundreds of amateur fights will teach you that.
He ties up there. Castillo's nailed by a hook. Castillo's now feeling the effects, Teddy, of having his opponent punch right through that guard.
Well, he should feel the effects. I mean, look, Joe, it's kind of like sitting out in a rainstorm with an umbrella, and all of a sudden the wind's coming, and the rain's coming from the side, and you're standing there under the umbrella and say, why am I getting wet? Well, you're standing there covering up. The punches are coming from the side. They're coming from all angles. You're going to get wet.
You're not always protected. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Good work putting the punches together. Bang, bang, bang by Andre Bishop.
This joker is literally draining my stamina by hugging me. I don't get that. I ain't never seen that happen before.
Now hugging on the inside.
This is some bullshit.
Andre Bishop is using his legs as a form of defense now against Castillo. He's moving on the outside, just staying away from those body shots. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds.
I don't know what the hell that bullshit is. They ain't never.
Well, what more can Gus Carisi really tell him to do? Just keep what you've been doing. He is dominating this fight. He's got to be way up on the scorecards, Teddy.
Oh, he definitely is. And what you want to do now is maybe test the waters what kind of finish you are. Maybe. Not get reckless, but show that you can finish.
Final round of this fight for Andre Bishop in what has been a walk in the park with his supreme skill.
And I'm sure the captain of the Titanic thought the same thing, and then guess what? An iceberg. If there's no left hooks coming, he should be all right.
That is a sharp uppercut by Andre Bishop. Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing, and we're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin. Good, clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Andre Bishop.
Shit. God damn.
See, not just one jab, he throws that
Look,
second
I
one
ran
right
out of
behind
stem,
him.
you bastard.
What impact from that uppercut by Andre Bishop. A little head hunting never hurt, does it with the hook.
Ah, shit. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Fucking bitch. All I gotta do is survive for 50 seconds. I don't know what kind of cheap shit he was doing to make me drain my stem. Shit, man. Ah, shit. Get off me, get off me, get off me. See, that's some bullshit. That's why your ass lost.
Final bell of what was a one-sided outing.
Well, this one is easy to score. At least it should be.
Let's hear how the judges had it. We send it up to the ring.
I don't know what the hell that clinching shit was. I ain't never seen that happen before. When he clinch and hold your shit, drain your stem bar.
Mexico City was a big success. People are talking about Andre Bishop again. Welcome back.
It feels good to be back. Thanks, Megan, for everything.
I know Franco and my father set you up. I can't prove it, but I know it. You wouldn't do something like that. I know what kind of man you are. And I know what kind of man my father is.
You know, it doesn't even matter anymore. I did the time.
It matters to me, Andre.
So what now?
We gotta get you cleaned up.
Well, will you look at this, huh? You don't look like a bum no more.
Thanks, Gus.
Hey, thank me later. Let's get to work. Come on. Come on. Nice work, Megan.
You too, Gus.
It's a big step up, kid. This next guy is a legit top 20 heavyweight. Now, people still think that you can't hang with the big guy.
Oh, shit, I fucked up.
They think that you're just a blown-up middleweight. Well, I say, fuck them. People say that I'm just maybe a crazy old man. And if you think about it, maybe they're right. Maybe I am just a crazy old man. But you know something? It isn't what people think, Andre. In boxing, it's about what you know. What you know in your gut. What you know in your heart.
I see where I fucked up at, damn.
You got what it takes. And I know in your heart, you know you got what it takes. When you come right down to it, all that matters is heart.
I've got here. Shit.
Well, this could be a major hurdle to overcome for Andre Bishop. Look at this replay. I believe this is where he hurts that right hand.
All right, kid, how you doing?
Right hands, bro.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to do?
Use my left.
It's all about heart, kid. It's all about heart. And a good stiff left jab. Remember.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. That's a good job by Bishop offensively. Landing his combinations is a key to victory tonight. You remember when Andre Bishop was a good, hard-charging middleweight prospect? He was a great combination puncher. That's what he's doing now as a heavyweight here.
I forgot about that.
Hooks to the head. How important is it for a big heavy hitter, a power puncher,
She gonna be hard as hell trying to punch with your left.
Well, he can't use his power if he's in a phone booth, so to speak. He has to have a little bit of room to be able to use that great weapon.
Keep your hands up.
Damn.
He comes back with the left hand again. Lands a big hook. A target on his head, and he places the hook right on it. Good biting, snapping shot by Johnson.
This shit hard as fuck.
Oh, and you can see now he's starting to target that jab with more and more confidence. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Able to land the hook to the head. Unbelievable pace here tonight. Both guys have no plans of having this fight go far. I'm sure the frame of reference for most is Hagler Hearns.
Yeah, you wonder if it's going to live up to that. So far, so good.
See, that's what you want from his left hand. That's exactly what it should be doing, that left hand by Andre Bishop. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Takes one to give one. Uppercut in return. A piercing uppercut by Meldrick Johnson.
Shit. Ain't no breaking my damn right hand.
Now this is amazing to me because there's no doubt in my mind that Andre Bishop has severely injured that right hand. He's a one-armed fighter right now, just utilizing that left hand. And here's the stunner. I think he's beating Meldrick Johnson with just that left hand. Solid left hand to the head. Andre Bishop has always had a knack for that. I love the way Andre will look for that uppercut and then deliver it. Johnson's right hand scores well that time. Doing a really nice job on the inside now.
Exactly where he's comfortable, where he wants to be. He has short arms. He's the kind of guy that wants to be in those quarters.
Headshot lands, was a hook.
Let it go.
He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. A stinging uppercut by Meldrick Johnson. Good flush shot upstairs. A solid uppercut by Meldrick Johnson. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Nice job there, hooking to the body.
Man, it's hard to focus you out now trying to fight with just one arm. Shit.
Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Double jab upstairs.
I need you to work the body. When he goes up top, go to the body. You got me? Andre, listen. You gotta work with both hands. You gotta answer back. It's there for you.
Man, fuck it. I'm just gonna have to injure my fucking hand.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Big uppercut right on the mark. Well-timed by Johnson. He took a step back, landed the counter punch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Parries that punch intended for the head. To the head he goes with a left hand. Bishop's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches.
I feel like if I hit him hard enough with a good shot, he gonna stay down.
This is what Andre Bishop talked to us about. He said if I could target any one punch, it's going to be that big hook. Well, hit the target that time. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
A crushing two-punch combo by Andre Bishop. It seems to me that Bishop is right now uncomfortable with the pace that's being set in this fight.
Well, he started the pace. See, that's the funny thing about it. He set it, but he might not be able to keep it up.
A huge hook to the body by Andre Bishop. And there's the left hand working well for him again.
Shit, we're missing each other now.
10 seconds to go in the fourth. And round 4 comes to an end.
Breathe, relax. How you feeling out there? Now, you're not winning this fight, right? You're not winning. He's beaten. He needs you to throw more than one punch at him.
And here's a little insight we're getting from our ringside researcher. He says that Andre Bishop actually had a previous injury to that damaged right hand. And get this, Teddy, it happened during his prison term.
Damn!
Oh, that uppercut got him badly. Eldrick Johnson's corner is concerned. Their fighter may go down here. Here's the bad news for Andre Bishop. He is not able to land that left hand, and that's all he has. And now another left. And yet another big shot comes in. Oh, he doesn't look good. He just went down. And not the
like a Roy Jones Jr. got down left hook right there, boy.
Shouldn't be standing there. The old timers would say, take a walk around the block.
Look at his face. Hey, he knew he was done. I wish I could get a close-up on that, boy. He knew the end was near. Watch these. Let me see if I can get a close-up. Damn! Yeah, that's it for you, dog.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh shit, he got up.
Down he goes, but he's gonna continue on, beating the count. There's another left hand from him. What pro fighters have to do. Find a way to fight through the pain. But if I'm Gus Carisi in that corner of Andre Bishop, I tell him to abandon the right hand and go out there and win it with your left. Johnson's wanting the counter punch here, but that doesn't seem the route to go here in this fight.
I keep
No, he
forgetting
has
my
to be
can't
honest
punch
with
my
himself
right.
and see that. But you know, people under pressure in all walks of life, you know, in the ring especially, you see it right away. You kind of peek at it right away. It's obvious. Maybe he doesn't want to see what he has to see, because then he would have to discipline himself. He's not ready to do that. Then he would have to make the change. Maybe he just wants to leave it this way. At the end of the day, people are going to say, oh, that guy fought kind of fight that, you know, hard to fight with, you know, and he has an excuse. Maybe that's what's going on right now.
Hey, it's obvious that he's a one-handed fighter, but I'll tell you, Andre Bishop is having continued success just with that left.
That's okay. Let's go.
Shit.
Fourth
Stop
they go,
hitting me,
each
damn
man
punch.
getting the best of it. Crashes home with the uppercut.
Jump on him.
Little head knocking with that right hand. And just grabbing onto his opponent. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Andre Bishop.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Andre Bishop. Johnson's corner has to give him some advice here because that left hand has been scoring too consistently.
Exactly, Joe, and there's nothing else that he really has to worry about. Take that out of the equation, he'd be winning the fight.
And he just turns that hook up top, and it does damage. A flush hook scores well for him. An accurate left by Andre Bishop. Johnson's on the bad end of a very impressive hook up top.
Come on, cover up.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Meldrick Johnson. Meldrick Johnson's wondering what hit him. A huge counterpunch came back at him. Scored well up top. You watch this kind of an effort tonight by Andre Bishop, and you completely understand why his trainer, Gus Carisi, says the things he says about him.
Yeah, and you understand why he thinks he will be a star. Not just a champion, but a guy who will draw crowds. And I'm not surprised, or at least I wouldn't be surprised if he's not in the corner right now telling him, go out there and close the show.
You got this. You gotta keep chopping, Drake. Keep chopping.
You don't need that. Throw that away.
I'm scared.
Here we go. Action to start the 7th round. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. There's the hook by Andre Bishop. That was well scored. Good job with another left hand. Hook right on the belt line. Johnson's thinking right now that he's doing a good job defensively, but it's really not the case, Teddy. Every so often, you will see a punch split that guard.
Yeah, he's just standing there. First of all, the gloves, he needs to extend them just a little bit away. So, as you said, those punches, you know, aren't going to force their way through to the target, which they're doing right now. They're getting down to him. They're getting through to him.
Oh, veteran move. Counter shot to the head.
Oh, shit. Damn. Hook I missed.
Johnson getting
shit.
himself into the
Damn
mix
it,
now,
I
landing that
forgetting.
left hand.
Damn it. Shit, goddamn costing me, man.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Meldrick Johnson. Keep your back off the rope.
Keep those hands.
Really digs in when he decides to throw that uppercut. Good job.
I think I'll win this, so I'm gonna just try to do and dodge, you know.
He comes back with the left hand again.
I'm wasting my stamina trying to do and take him out.
10 seconds to go in the 7th.
Nice work. Nice work.
Well, what more can Gus Carisi really tell him to do? Just keep what you've been doing. He is dominating this fight. He's got to be way up on the scorecards, Teddy.
Oh, he definitely is. And what you want to do now is maybe test the waters what kind of finish you are. Maybe. Not get reckless, but show that you can finish.
Final round here of what has been a night where Andre Bishop has been in total command of his opponent.
You just don't want to slip on a banana peel now, or on a right hand.
A big hook to the head by Andre Bishop. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Bishop's easily winning this fight just based on his hand and foot speed. He's getting in and out with ease.
And what his opponent needs to do is control range so he gets it down to where his opponent is shadow boxing. Yeah, he's got fast hands, but it doesn't matter if you're not standing in front of him to use them. Right now, he's standing in the wrong place.
Time is of the essence now. We've reached the halfway point of this final round.
Work the body, kid. Body shot.
He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out.
Keep your hands up.
Now he places that hook right to the body.
Ooh, you could have got me. Could have got me. Come on. 30 more seconds.
And there's the left hand working well for him again.
Double up on your punch.
Bishop's combination punching here is showing you what good boxing is all about. 3 punches thrown, 3 punches landed.
Don't let him get to you, kid.
From start to finish, it was utter domination.
This was an easy one to score, Joe.
As for that expected outcome, we send it up to the ring to hear from the judges.
You little piss.
Isaac, what do you think of Andre Bishop as a challenger?
I think you're an idiot for asking me that question. You get paid to do this? It's your first show? Challenger. I think it'll be a challenge not to kill Andre Bishop. Little Andre can't even throw a punch without breaking his hand.
Those were Isaac Frost's words just a few short months ago after Andre Bishop apparently hurt his hand in a fight right here on ESPN. After only taking a short break to let the hand mend, Andre Bishop back in action tonight against heavyweight contender Reggie Stewart. Many are interested to see if the injury will have lingering effects on Bishop in what should be a very entertaining heavyweight matchup. Let's go back ringside to Joe and Teddy.
Boardwalk Hall here in Atlantic City, the next stop for the heavyweight career of one Andre Bishop.
How's it feel?
Feels good. Feels real good.
Good. Because you gotta knock this guy out with him. It's time to show the world that Andre Bishop is as good as new.
Bishop's now making his way to the ring, and you can see how focused he is for the task at hand.
I never show signs of fatigue or turn tired, cause I'm the definition of tragedy turn triumph. This David ain't the lion. I made it to the eye of the storm, feeling torn like they fed me to the lions. Before my time start to wind down like the Mayans, I show them how I got the grind down like a science.
Stewart's confidence is really showing through as he makes his way to the ring. Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, home to our heavyweight fight tonight between Andre Bishop and Reggie Stewart. Of course, Bishop has been labeled the comeback kid. Now trying to make a go of it as a heavyweight, the former middleweight, fast-rising prospect hurt his right hand in his last fight against Meldrick Johnson. Now he's back, And trainer Gus Carisi is not worried, telling anybody who would listen, Bishop is fine. The right hand is healed, and watch out, he's on the attack.
Well, that's easy for him to say, but the fighter has to feel that it's all right. You know, it's a mental thing. In the gym with the big gloves, with the headgear, yeah, it's been okay. Now with the small gloves, no headgear, early on, you have to wonder whether or not there's going to be a little hesitation in throwing that hand.
Bishop's edge is speed. He can get in and out. He can get you offensively. He can get away from you defensively.
Yeah, he has radial tires, and you got to take some air out of those tires. No better place or way to do that than go downstairs.
Halfway through round number 1. How about that left hand? The trainer of Andre Bishop was talking about the fact that, hey, this is a different beast fighting in the heavyweight division. He wants him to block some of these big blows. And there's a right hand by Andre Bishop, and another. That's a good sign. Scoring with the right hand by Andre Bishop. A sharp hook to the head by Andre Bishop. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching. Another huge shot comes in early on in this fight from him.
Well, he understood that his opponent, Joe, was a slow starter. He's jumping right on him, taking advantage.
That's a nice right hand
I'm trying to clinch
by Andre
now.
Bishop.
Keep fighting.
That's exactly what you need to do, Andre. Keep moving, keep jabbing, throw that right over the top, okay?
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Bishop scoring with that right hand. Stewart's left working well that time.
Like his reach longer than mine.
Right to the head with that right.
Shit.
Right hand over the top, very accurate with it. That's where he wants to be able to do some damage with his opponent backed up against the ropes.
Back to the body.
90 seconds to go here in this round. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Goes up top with a right hand. For those of you who question Andre Bishop's broken right hand, here's a good example of how he feels about it. He's throwing it. The other day when we were talking to Andre Bishop, he said to have success in this fight, I have to land combinations. He landed a good one there. That right hand over the top lands flush.
Ooh. Oh, damn.
Very nice job landing that
Yeah,
counter.
we fighting now.
Getting away from one that was coming at him by Stewart.
Yeah, I like that. We fighting now.
Nice work, King. Good job there, Ryan. Feel nice.
We got it.
Throw punches, okay? Don't walk into him without throwing a punch.
You don't need that. No, throw that away.
Relax. Relax. That's exactly what I want to see. Let's go.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. What a good headshot. The hook landed by Andre Bishop. The Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. I hope Reggie Stewart didn't think Andre Bishop wasn't going to throw that right hand. He has no qualms about letting it go. Bishop's opponent knows exactly what the game plan can be now. That counter punch landed with some success. Targeting that straight left hand. Flush shot by Stewart. Good smooth work by Andre Bishop. That's classic counter. Stewart's tag.
No, get off me,
right
get off me,
hand.
get off me, get off me, fucker. Get the fuck off
Look
me.
at that.
Shit.
Smart veteran move.
Damn, I hate when they do that
Show you
shit.
Exactly what the doctor ordered.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Reggie Stewart.
Stay away from those. Come on.
Fucker.
Parries that punch away.
Your ass getting knocked out. You getting knocked out. Fuck this shit. I'm mad now.
Trying to force his way in that front door, and he got smacked with that door.
Stewart's back. Look at him here in the start of this round. Remember, he got tagged hard in that last round.
Well, that's the reward you get when you have a good camp and you get yourself in top shape.
You know, Bishop's opponent has set a pretty good pace here tonight, and I don't think Bishop has reacted well to it. He's fading a bit.
Yeah, he's got his mouth open a little bit. There's 2 problems there. One, you're telling your opponent, I'm tired. The other is you have your mouth open. That's a loose joint now. You get hit on the jaw, you can get a broken jaw.
Andre Bishop utilizing that right hand well. There's no doubt in my mind that it is fully healed. Stewart's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. That's a big hook by Andre Bishop that time. His opponent felt it. Halfway through round number 4.
Good job.
Bishops is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. I like this kind of defense, Teddy. I like this kind of guy that just says, go ahead, think you can try to hit me up top. You can't. Great movement.
Very good movement, very good vision. He sees everything. To do this, you have to be very calm. He's very calm. He's very in control.
We overheard the corner of Andre Bishop earlier saying to look for the uppercut. That time, he found it, he saw it, he gave it. Reggie Stewart's jacked by an uppercut. That's the clean shot with the left hand that he was looking for by Andre Bishop. Teddy, I'll tell you what I like out of that round from Andre Bishop. It's a building block. He has a lot to look forward to the rest of this fight now.
Yeah, it's confidence. Gives him a little momentum. And it also shows you his amateur background. I mean, he showed you that he can do things inside and outside. Hundreds of amateur fights will teach you that.
Turns over the hook after turning away his opponent's shot. Whether or not Andre Bishop's right hand is fully healed, the bottom line is he continues to have success with it here tonight against Reggie Stewart. Blocks a shot and then lands an uppercut of his own. That's a razor-sharp uppercut by Andre Bishop. Stewart searching for an answer here, Teddy. He wants to fight on the outside, but nothing's going his way.
No, well, the jab is not moving. That's why. Stop moving those jabs. And then all of a sudden you might see, hey, what a shock. The guy's staying outside.
Halfway into round number 5 here. A little head hunting with the right. Little head hunting with the left. Good looking uppercut that time. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? I like the angle that Andre Bishop just gave us right there. His opponent didn't like the result. He just ate an uppercut.
It's all right. Keep moving.
Don't start that damn clinching shit.
Turns over that hook and he does damage upstairs. And a punishing hook by Andre Bishop. At this point, you have to feel that Andre Bishop's right hand is fully healed. He continues to throw it here in the midst of this fight against Stewart.
Getting too close.
Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even, closely contested bout throughout. And now they're trading blows. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own.
Come on.
You know Andre Bishop's trainer is going to be really thrilled to see him do that there. He doesn't want to see his fighter get hit too much tonight. That was a nice block. Flush right hand to the head. Fires off the hook. Look at that. That's a good left hand by Stewart. Great hook to the head that time. On the mark with the straight left hand. Nice combination by Andre Bishop. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Reggie Stewart. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Some fine fundamentals. Good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese. He used distance.
Nice block by Andre Bishop. Nice strike after catching one by Andre Bishop. Good, solid right hand lands. Bishop's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. Good block there by Stewart. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. And round 6 comes to an end.
I got one more damn round.
Nice block by Andre Bishop. Stewart's in there clinching more now, it seems, Teddy. Is it me, or do you think he's clinching more after being hurt earlier?
Well, I think I'm watching a movie where, you know, in those prisoner war movies where they give you sodium pentothal. I think that's what the truth serum was called. And he's telling me the truth right now. Yeah, he is clinching more. He's not right.
Sending out the power shot. It was the straight left hand. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Reggie Stewart.
Man, come on, what the hell going on?
At the halfway point of round 7. Scores well to the head with the right hand. Andre Bishop has always had a knack for that. I love the way Andre will look for that uppercut and then deliver it.
Damn, man, fuck this shit.
Another flush shot to the head.
Your ass gonna have to die, shit. Pissing me off, man.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Nice work on the right hand by by Stewart. Stewart's dealing with the aftermath of being rocked, but yet he hasn't changed anything. He's still sticking with that style.
Well, that means panic has not set in. That's a good thing.
Solid right hand lands. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. And round 7 comes to an end.
This is the last round. I gotta knock his ass out. This is it.
Does Andre Bishop have enough left to put this over the top? Final round, the fight is as close as could be. Teddy, he's wobbling all over the ring.
You know, Joe, he can't use his legs right now, so he wishes, and it's too late for it because he wasn't taught, but he wishes he was a guy who was taught how to slip right in front of a guy and make the guy miss. Then at least he could do that. Right now, his only chance is to grab because the legs are not going to be there for him.
Andre Bishop getting to his opponent's head. Nice job by Bishop with the power shot. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
Exactly.
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
Bishop's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination? Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Reggie Stewart.
Ain't got shit left.
Flush left hand.
I ain't got nothing left.
He is wobbly and damaged and just flailing with his arms trying to punch back.
Damn,
and now you see him scoring well with the right. Right hand over the top. Very. Look at that. He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round?
I know I messed up, but I should have been taking my time to the 3rd or 4th round.
Well, we know he can get up. What we don't know is how steady he will be on those legs.
Well, we know his personality. He's an offensive-minded fighter.
Come on, 5 seconds. Come on. Oh, come on. Ran out of stamina.
Throughout the night, right up until that final moments ago, both these men tried to determine their fate. But now it's in the hands of these judges. Bishop's really keyed in for this one. You can see it as he makes his walk to the ring.
I ain't really focusing like I need to.
And the answer to the question everybody wants to know may come here in round number 1. How healthy is Andre Bishop's right hand against Reggie Stewart? That's a well-scored left hand by Andre Bishop. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Stewart's right hand scores well. If you made a checklist of advantages and disadvantages, obviously you'd want the advantage of hand speed. But you've trained many a guy who's been on the other side where his opponents had better hand speed. What have you told him?
Well, I tell him make it a muddy track. You know, Secretariat must be the fastest horse in the world, but on a muddy track, things change a little bit. Step out of range. Don't allow the kind of landscape, the kind of track that will suit speed.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Stewart's able to land a nice, clean left hand. The trainer of Andre Bishop was talking about the fact that, hey, this is a different beast fighting in the heavyweight division. He wants him to block some of these big blows. And there's a right hand by Andre Bishop, and another. That's a good sign. Brings the hook that time. Good right hand by Andre Bishop. He needs more of that. Blocks away that headshot. Oh, and there he lands the right hand well. Clearly hurt, but holding on.
He's hugging him like he just got home for Christmas.
Stewart's defense. Is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. Boy, that's a good uppercut by Reggie Stewart, isn't it? Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. And that
I
does
never
it for
could
this
figure out how
round.
to chase them down when they damn get robbed.
Stewart's bounce is back in his step. Start of a new round coming off of a round in which he really took some punishment. A knifing left hand by Stewart. Oh, what a hook upstairs. Hits him in the mug with the right. A headshot blocked. A piercing jab by Stewart.
Ooh, damn.
He goes down, but it doesn't look like it's anything big.
You better be.
He
God
was just
damn.
off position.
That was too flush. Yeah, he gonna get back up, but he gonna be weak as hell. Oh shit, no, he.
You talk about putting an issue to
Damn,
rest.
fuck it.
How about Andre
Is that how you supposed to do it?
a knockout
Straight right
with the
punch.
injured right hand everybody was questioning. He does it here tonight against Reggie Stewart.
Isaac, which Bishop brother hits harder?
Which Bishop brother hits harder?
Go.
That's your question? I get these people. Well, neither one of them can punch like me. I can guarantee you that. But between the two of them, well, I'd say little Andre hits harder. I mean, the jailbird's washed up now. I mean, he was a genuine contender. But the big baby, well, the big baby has always been a pretender.
From the Thomas and Mack Center here in Las Vegas, we present heavyweight action. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas with you as Andre Bishop looks to stay perfect as he faces Dwight. That's a big striking blow to the head by Cooper, and a cut has opened up over Andre Bishop's right eye.
In a way, it's a little bit of a warning, Joe, of things to come. Now you have to be a little bit more cautious, a little more alert.
And now you can see him zoning in on that cut. Is it just human nature when you've done that to somebody to want to go back to it more and more?
Yeah, it's kind of like the bull seeing that red cape. You know, his eyes open, he snorts a little bit more. He's coming for that.
Andre Bishop moving now well against Cooper. Teddy, in terms of a power punch, we know the taller fighter is going to try to utilize the jab, but in terms of a power punch, what can he get that shorter fighter with?
The uppercut. Boy, oh boy, that can be like putting a cherry on top of an ice cream sundae. Because you know the shorter guy's leaning, he's coming in, he doesn't see that punch, so it's too late.
Good jab by Cooper. Cooper's able to land a good, solid left hand.
Damn, shit.
Ram of a hook by Dwight Cooper.
I'm trying to, shit, like I'm damn still.
The trainer of Andre Bishop was talking about the fact that, hey, this is a different beast fighting in the heavyweight division. He wants him to block some of these big blows. Bishop able to land solidly against Cooper.
Get out of the way from those punches, man. Move your head.
Dwight Cooper's left hook landed the most damaging blow of this fight, and the blood above Andre Bishop's right eye is becoming much more substantial. That's a bad cut.
Now the corner has to do their work, but the fighter, I usually don't say this, but he has to go out there and not worry about winning this round so much. He has to worry about defense. Don't get touched on that cut anymore. Give the work that the corner man did a chance to get the job done. Get that medicine into the cut.
able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. See, this is exactly what Andre Bishop's corner has been telling him. You got to keep those hands up. You have to protect that cut. He cannot allow Cooper to have a target to go after. Great combination from Bishop.
Keep working the jab.
Use the ring. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Good headshot by Andre Bishop. That's a damaging blow. Teddy, I don't think he's got visions of sticking around too long. He's landed power punches early.
Yeah, he wants to make it a quick night's work.
There's Cooper putting out that jab. You can see the trouble that Bishop has had with it. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. We count down the final moments of this round. And that's the end of round 2.
Let your hands go. You have to. You have to be busy.
And round number 3 is things opened up, and he was able to place the right hand well. Andre Bishop now is employing a lot of defense. He has those hands up high, trying to protect that cut eye. Bishop snapping that jab. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Cooper's blocking ability is doing well for him there. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Andre Bishop. Cooper's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch.
Head and body, head and body. Side to side. Move your head.
Now that looks like a middleweight fighting a heavyweight there. Look at the hand speed from Bishop.
And that's exactly the advantage he was going to need coming into this fight to beat the bigger man.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Andre Bishop. Gives credit to Dwight Cooper. He has gone on the attack against that cut over the eye of Andre Bishop. He's trying to earn himself a TKO victory here.
Beat it to the punch. Hey, let's go. Nice. Deep breaths now. Keep it up just like that. Use your feint and your jab all night.
Damn, that shit didn't reset that time. Well, it did reset, it just didn't go all the way to 0. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
Do that again.
And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Focus. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Andre Bishop. This is a real concern now for Andre Bishop as Dwight Cooper is landing punch after punch against that cut eye. He could get a TKO victory here if that continues. Andre Bishop getting back to basics, landing that right hand. Digging in with a left to the gut. Good flush shot upstairs. Let's go, hit him. Andre Bishop's really in a groove right now, landing that straight punch.
Well, what he's doing is he's staying outside at the right distance. He's getting his opponent, you know, sort of lean in a little bit, and then bang, that straight shot is right there.
Side to side.
And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round. Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. This is not a good sign for Andre Bishop. It appears that he's slowing at this point.
Yeah, what he needs to do is start placing his shots a little bit. But right now, as you just alluded to, he's just not throwing.
You see him holding on. Bishop now utilizing that jab against Cooper.
Let's see some more head movement. Left and right, left and right. Mix it up, mix it up.
Good looking right hand after he got hit. Halfway through this round, it's one thing for the corner of Andre Bishop to tend to that cut between rounds, but Bishop himself has to protect it, and he's doing a good job of blocking punches that are targeting it from Cooper.
It's a close
one. Now you can see Bishop taking advantage of the countering opportunities, getting that right hand over Cooper's jab.
Keep moving.
And he's holding. Blocks that punch. Andre Bishop needs to be so careful right now that the ref doesn't stop that fight, because Cooper is landing punch after punch against that cut eye.
Raise it back up.
That's okay. Pay him back.
So with the start of this round, we've reached the halfway point. Be interesting to see what we're in store for down the stretch of this fight. Good right hand. Scores up top with a left. Good job snapping out that jab.
You know, if you're watching Muhammad Ali, you know you need a jab to move on the outside. But if you're coming forward, you need a jab, and there's proof of it.
Uppercut.
Cooper's making for a very inviting target right now. You can see the blood around that eye. The cut is obviously worse than it was just moments ago. Halfway through round 6.
Relax.
Good block.
Oh, you got this one.
Bishop's defense is paying off now. Committing to the head work, you see him go there again.
You got this one.
A well-placed uppercut by Andre Bishop. Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th. Andre Bishop showing his superiority in that last round. That was an easy 3 minutes for him, and he's got momentum.
Yeah, what I like about him is we know that he has good ability, speed, power, but he also has...
And out of nowhere, things can turn like that, Teddy. Everything was looking good. Now it's looking bad for him.
Well, that's exactly why, because nothing was coming at him. His opponent wasn't throwing back. He got a little lax, and he paid a price.
There is something called a will to win. Andre Bishop has it. He's going to find a way to overcome the damage that was done. Now Bishop looking to counter Cooper. Gets that right hand over Cooper's jab. That's a big hook to the head by Cooper.
Keep your distance. Do it. Close the jab.
Halfway through the 7th round.
Hey, let's go.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go. Blocks that punch. Andre Bishop's inability to defend himself well in that last round was costly, and trainer Gus Carisi is trying to correct that mistake.
Exactly, and this is where somebody outside the ring who's calmer, who's not fighting, can see something and give advice that a fighter does not know, that a fighter cannot see.
Cooper's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Big right hand. Somehow he's avoiding going down here. All of a sudden some good defense after a lack of it cost him. Cooper's still got to be careful in this round. Yes, he's more secure on his feet, but it wasn't long ago he was rocked.
But this is where his experience comes in, Joe. You know, he's been in this situation before. He's been rocked before in fights, also in the gym, so he knows what to do.
Blocked that away. It was targeted for his head. How about that exchange?
Work the body, kid. Body shots. Body.
Come on, baby.
You're not focused.
What a hook by Cooper. Doubles up the jab to the head.
Ain't got shit, bro, man. I can't throw no power punches. I basically just got to throw to survive.
Hand working well that time. He scored well.
Man, look at my damn count. Shit. I just got to survive now.
Good productive round by Andre Bishop. He really nailed his opponent solid there, and he's getting some high praise from trainer Gus Carisi.
Well, he's getting praised. That's the first thing, is pick him up a little bit mentally. Now he's going to be told something technical, too. I'm sure he's going to tell him, hey, the guy's hurt. He's going to try to survive. Go downstairs, then go back up.
He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counter-punching.
Well, the old timers used to say, when you're calm in there, when you're controlling there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
really well that time, and it protects his head. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Andre Bishop. Halfway through the 9th round.
You're doing great.
Pace yourself. 1-2, 1-2.
Don't let him get to you.
And I can't damn throw shit.
Move your head.
I don't know who breathing hard, me or him.
Right on the mark with the hook up top.
Damn, come on, 27. Come on. They fucking a little tired as hell. Yeah, we both damn tired.
Guard your head.
Final chance, last 10 seconds of round 9. A well-placed left hand up top.
Last round, I should be winning these.
You have to do more. We have to pull ahead this round, okay? I need more than one punch.
This
Yeah,
will
must be
determine it.
losing.
One last round for Andre Bishop to push himself to victory.
Still not moving enough. Move.
Nice work. Nice work.
Find somebody tired, y'all. Like we both damn gas.
Halfway through this 10th and final round. Piercing jab.
Stay away from those. Come on.
Nice work, the left hand to the head.
Shit. I ain't
Nice
got no
block
damn
that time. It
stamina.
was intended
Damn.
to the head. All right, here we go. Last 60 seconds of the fight. Cooper's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Andre Bishop will need to do more of that. Bishop is very conscious of the fact that he does not want to get tagged hard. He blocked well there. Nice strike after catching one by Andre Bishop. Nice block by Andre Bishop. Last 10 seconds of the fight.
Keep working the body.
I ain't got shit
A
left.
well-targeted hook to the
Shit.
head by Cooper. Here's our ring announcer with the results of what was a very, very good fight.
I don't know if I had to keep it
Good
at
action
0.
in this one, and the judges have spoken. We thank you for
Oh,
listening to
excuse
what
me.
we had to say. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessator. Enjoy the rest
Yeah, I
of
guess
your
I
day.
gotta keep it at 0 in order to win. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it into this stream because I'm starting to get a little sleepy now. I should have took a nap earlier if I decided to get on, but then too, like I said, I was contemplating about getting on. But I hope y'all enjoyed this stream. Sorry it wasn't, exciting enough. It was a little lackluster, but I'll probably get back into it tomorrow or whatever. Like I said, I'm still a little pissed off that my package is missing, so that's probably why I'm not really excited as I usually am, but I get out of the little rut that I'm in, but I'll catch you guys later.